Hello and welcome to the C3 podcast. My name is Philip, and I am joined by,
James.
and we are apparently the only two people that can make it this week because everyone else ditched. Thanks,
Yep.
Arnold and Davis.
Uh, Whatever. We barely talk anyways. Now we can have a fun-filled discussion.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yes.
Anyways, kicking off this week's podcast, we are talking about Guild Wars 2 has finally been released, or
As
the
a
release
release
date. The
trailer.
release date has been released, and when is it? Like August
28th.
28th?
Yeah. Or it says polishing up Guild Wars 2 and a lead up to launch on August 28th. It also confirmed the final beta weekend event for the 20th or 22 July of 2012.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Have you ever played Guild Wars? Because I have not.
I played all of the campaigns in the first one.
What is Guild Wars? Sorry, like I might take some blame here, but I've actually never played it, and I don't know too much about it. What's it like?
If you wanted to avoid getting flamed, you don't have anything to worry about being flamed because, for one, we don't have any viewers, and for two, I made all those comments in the first one about Diablo and Call of Duty. Oh,
We don't have to
anyway,
worry about viewers yet.
exactly. Though we do want viewers.
True.
Um, Guild Wars One was it was like heavily instanced. I can't really say it was an open world MMO, but it was more of
I always thought Guild
like
Wars was an RTS or like a MOBA.
no, it's instances like, and each town is like a chat room basically.
For some reason, when you said instances, I think of Final Fantasy. I don't know why.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like that. So
Oh,
you
really?
can have no. Let me explain why I'm saying that. It's like you can have, like if you're in a town, you're not expecting combat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to go off out of the town, and then you're free to get um, hit by random mobs.
Yeah.
Guild Wars revolves kinda around that. Like in the town, you do all your trading and
So it
selling
reminds me
stuff.
of Diablo, where you have like your safe, like you have
Yeah,
your safe town, and then
yeah,
like once you go out of that, you have like mobs attacking you. All right,
yeah.
but in your opinion, was Guild Wars fun? Like, would you be excited? Like, would you be excited about it, and would you like consider purchasing Guild Wars 2?
Um, I actually skipped the World of Warcraft wave and went straight to Guild Wars, even though Guild Wars is apparent. Um, there's something about Guild Wars I found I liked more than World of Warcraft because I never actually passed like level 50 in World of Warcraft. While in Guild
I
Wars,
actually never I did the trial, and it was like it's not fun because I died. And I spent forever in like the soul or whatever trying to look for my body. I was like, screw this! I don't want to play anymore. I was like, I don't want to spend my time just looking for my body.
nice.
All right. Oh, it looks like Arnold is calling me. He might want to join in this conversation. Hello, Arnold. Um. So yeah, we're live right now. So you're joining us by a call right
I
now.
can't hear you. I can't hear him.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
How's that sound, David?
Horrible.
Why don't you just get on your laptop, Arnold? Come join us. Dang it. Yeah, it just sounds really bad though. I don't think it makes a difference. What about you? What do you think, David or Philip?
Uh,
I guess Arnold deserves the honorable mention. He at least attempted to try and get on.
Yeah, Davis just ditched.
Yeah. All right. So I guess it's just gonna be since you're giving horrible quality, we're gonna kick you off, Arnold. It's just gonna be me and Philip. All right. See ya.
Bye, Arnold.
All right. Bye. So as you were saying earlier, you skipped as I was saying earlier. Well, I was like, I never caught onto it. It was fun at the beginning, and then I got killed by like one of the mobs, and then I did not want to search for my soul, and I was like, you know what? I don't. It's not worth it. It took way too just reaching level 5 in my opinion took way too long. But then again, I was new to PC gaming at that time.
Well, yeah, World of Warcraft makes its profit off you just playing for silly amounts of time each time you get on.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, but yeah, I skipped to Guild Wars pretty quickly and got hooked on that instead of World of Warcraft.
How was it?
It was good. I found a guild, and I've basically stuck with the same guild this entire time I've been playing.
Wait, is it online multiplayer as well? Or is it just solo?
No, it's technically an MMORPG, but it's basically all instances, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
apply to that.
All right. Yeah. As more news comes out, I'll probably take a look into it because same thing would happen to me with Diablo. Like at first, I didn't know anything about it. Davis told me about it. I started looking into it and was like, wow, this game's a lot of fun. But yeah. Moving on to the next topic, I thought this was an interesting idea, the Nexus Q by Google. I thought it was just like a nice, convenient way because for me, I listen to music in my room, but whenever I'm by the living, I'm in the kitchen and like cooking up something, I have to move, I have to transfer some music files or just go to YouTube to play some music. And the Nexus Q basically seems like the solution to that. If you have an Android device, you can hook it up, or it hooks up wirelessly to your Nexus Q, which was designed for the living room, and it'll just play music. So it's a wireless speaker that you can access from anywhere. It's just like it'll stream your music. What do you think about that, Philip?
I don't actually play all that much music in the house.
I just think it's a nice idea, but I think it's a bit pricey for what it is. I think it was $2.99, or I'm trying to remember the exact price, but it was a pricey thing for what it does. I mean, yeah, it's $299, and I mean, it sounds like a cool idea, but I don't know. I think it's a bit pricey for what it does. But it was a nice attempt. I mean, for me, I feel like that's something that should be becoming more standard later on, just because a lot of people like to listen to music and they're always trapped by cables or something. This would just be like a nice, because as long as you're connected to it, you can stream media. So that'd be nice as just what they're doing with the operating systems as well is basically you can connect with everything. Like if you have a Windows 8 Windows 8 operating system on your computer, but you also have it on your tablet, they all just connect, and I kind of like that idea.
Wait, it just it connects everything?
Well, no,
Wait,
with the Nexus Q, it will any Android device basically. So your phone, your tablet, anything that's doing an Android OS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I just like the idea of it's just everything's just all interconnected together sort of thing. And I think that might become more of a standard, something that we might become accustomed to later on. It's just something without cables and it's just being all put together. Everything's just well connected and meshed together. And one thing that I kind of feel since on the idea of standards, one thing I kind of like as a standard If like if it became standard for rooms to have Ethernet cables or Ethernet ports,
Hmm.
because um, like it sucks to like have to hook up an Ethernet cable to like all like find a long Ethernet cable and hook it up to a router. Like it'd be cool is if you could have the router hook up to like a main area, and then you could like plug it into somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. But okay, I still think it's a very overpriced ball.
Oh yes, that ball is overpriced. But what do you think about the idea of like having Ethernet ports in like rooms, basically? Do you think that sounds like a good idea, or like more people are moving on to a wireless sort of thing?
I'm sorry. What was your question? um,
Because like I went off into this tangent about like having Ethernet ports in rooms, and all those Ethernet ports are hooked up to like a main router.
hmm
What's your opinion on that? Because I just thought it would be like a cool idea because, or do you think it's unnecessary because people are moving on more onto wireless stuff?
Personally, I like all my stuff wired because I've had a lots of past failures with wireless and oh my gosh. So
It's okay,
um,
or Philip.
I everyone's interrupting me, so I can't
You can't
think.
think.
Uh, so I've had lots of past failures with wireless, like it being unreliable. I guess technology has become better for it, but I just haven't quite committed myself to wireless at
Same
this
thing with
point
me.
because
Because go ahead.
because well, I just like wired things. Like I wired my mouse and everything, but I guess technology is just better. So
I like the idea of wireless concept because for me, I'm like a huge stickler for cables, but still, like like I initially with my desktop, I had a wireless setup, but then I just felt like sometimes the connection rates were slow, especially with how my desktop's set up. There's a lot of stuff that might be blocking the signal, and so that's why I just went with the Ethernet cable to hook stuff up. And I feel like it turned out for the best because I get like faster connections, and I think wired stuff just for right now works out because I've seen some friends when they try and use wireless devices, they have the same frequency, and then just like it's messing with each other's. So
mhm.
that's another. But yeah, um, let's see. Have you been watching the VGHS by Freddie W?
um, I haven't I didn't watch episode 8 because when I tried to get on it, it didn't work.
But
But because
what's
I think
your
my Flash player just like died last night when I was trying to watch it. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
what's your opinion on it? I really like it. Like I'm proud that like a YouTuber because I mean I can't say like I'm a hipster like I saw him when he first started, but I did start on Freddie W pretty early on, and I was just think it's so cool like that a YouTuber is becoming like so successful. Like he has his own website and just becoming like very popular with this stuff. In my opinion, like
What's
it's kind of cool. Like he's managed to start up his own like video series, which is so far getting good response.
yeah.
Though for the plot, like though, I
Yeah,
mean I
it's
like
so
the
generic. Holy crap.
yeah, but I still like it though. I still like how the actors like. I still like how it still has a really good production value. Like, just given how it's like first of all, it's a YouTuber's sort of thing,
Yeah.
and like he's yeah exactly. So given it's a YouTuber's concept and idea, he managed to still put it out pretty well. Like even though it's very generic, I still like the idea of like like the villain's very generic, especially. But I just really like it though. It's a nice idea and a cool series.
hmm
So distracted more by Arnold, I see.
Obviously. Um,
But what do you want to talk about, Philip? Tell me.
Wow, I'm having brain farts all across this podcast.
Come
Woo.
on, this is our only opportunity for us to talk without being like dominated by Arnold and Davis.
I know, right? um, no, I had a comment about VGHS, and I can't think of it right now. Oh well, it's fine. So, um, Comic Con's coming up. Are you planning to do anything for it, James? Are you going to be able to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going, and it's gonna be exciting. Hopefully, Arnold and I will both be going. What we'll be doing, or at least what I'll be doing, is hopefully I can grab along a camera and just recording our events, and I'll obviously post it onto YouTube. But I'm just gonna be recording the events. I'll just be recording whatever I see, whatever cool stuff is around. This will actually be my very first Comic Con, and so I'm excited. I want to see I wish there was so far they announced what special guests they have, but I'd be I don't know too much about them. I wish there'd be a lot more other stuff, but I'm actually
Wait,
gonna.
wait, you haven't gone to Comic Con?
Nope, I've never gone
Dude.
before.
Huh. I thought
Yeah,
you would have been one of those people that's already gone so many times.
nope, that's Arnold.
Oh yeah, that is Arnold. But I've gone like 3 times.
I've never gone, so this is gonna be exciting. I'm going Friday and Saturday. I'm looking forward to any anime stuff because that I feel like I can relate to that the most. It's I like comics, but I'm not
You,
such an avid fan of American comics as more as Japanese comics.
you want to know the best part about Comic Con?
What cosplayers?
No, well, yeah, that for one thing. But no, the best part about Comic Con is that the comic section, like the legitimate comic section, is like 4 booths next to each other, and that's about it.
And whatever. I mean, I'm interested about video games as well and TV shows, and I would like to see they haven't. I haven't seen too much news about panels. I mean, I think they might come out next week, but I'm just interested in what might be announced and see because I mean this is an exciting event. Hopefully, there's going to be some cool stuff going on.
Yeah. No, it's going to be the most boring event of all the events that could possibly happen here.
Oh God, that would if that was if next year's Comic Con ended up being super packed with exciting stuff, and then this year's is super boring. I'd be like, oh no. But yeah, I'm excited. I'll be reporting what I'm doing, and hopefully getting it up on YouTube. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Oh, so recently we uploaded a Let's Play Magica, or at least Philip did, and that game's a lot of fun. It really is. So it's
Yes.
it's very rage-inducing because it's not really the mobs that kill you; it's really your teammates.
Yeah, because
That's the point of it.
yeah, what do you think? That's why in multiplayer games, I really like it when there's friendly fire among people on the same team.
Because you like killing your teammates.
Yeah, and it's just in this kind of game, it's just really silly. It's like a satirical version of an RPG the entire time, making references to all the great RPGs. So, friendly fire, I think, completes the game. Cool spell
Yeah.
system, but friendly fire.
Um, I still like our idea of Russian roulette. If you watch the live stream, you'll get it.
Russian roulette. I hate
It's
that
basically
thing.
there's this one spell that causes one random person to crash to the spell's called crash. What was it?
Crash to the desktop.
Crash the desktop, and it just randomly kills one of the players. And so it's like, you guys play Russian roulette, and just boom, one of them randomly dies. So whenever, most of the times when I casted it, I either killed myself or Philip. I always try to aim it towards Davis, but it never worked. But yeah, it's fun. I really I think I chose the character I chose was the one that's basically like Tron, and the reason I think I chose that is because of the lightning, and I always, like we mentioned before, I like firebending, and so lightning is just kind of like a cool thing added on. I mean, it'd be
Yeah.
cool to absorb fire as well, but yeah. I wish they had like some sort of air element. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I thought the shield element was going to be, but it ended up being a shield instead of air.
Air? That's nothing.
What? Why?
No. Like you don't um you don't have any element selected. That's air.
Yeah, but that's just pushing people. It's not really like it'd be cool. If, like, oh, a whole bunch of people are coming close to you. You just use air, like the actual air element, and push everything far away. Or if it's like you have water, and then you use air to freeze it instead of casting freeze, so that way it's like more teammate based.
Mhm.
Or like say if you already froze an opponent, use the air to like make him be frozen even more. I don't know. I I just like to have the idea of more elements because it also makes for more combination. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. No, well, if you think about it, the air element is not that commonly used in RPGs like that.
that's true. But I don't know. I keep on thinking back to Avatar and Legend of Korra and stuff. Which reminds me, have you saw the Legend of Korra season finale, correct?
Yeah, of course. I watched
But
it on TV, like
oh,
as it was going.
cough, cough, tort. um, what was your opinion on it? I felt like it was a nice ending, but it didn't leave any room for like, or at least in my opinion, it didn't leave any room for like a good season 2 development.
Yeah, because I totally agree with you because that's exactly how I felt with it. Only I felt a tad worse about it because um I I I've seen a lot of serieses Serai have a really good first season, but then end it end all loopholes, s and then the second season not do nearly as great. So I'm not sure what they're going what they're going to be doing in the next season.
Yeah, that's
But
true. I wish I could find out more about Amon, like how he managed to use bloodbending to take away people's bending. Like that just sounds so crazy, and I'd love to find out more about that.
what did he do instead of just instantly goodbye?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, it was just such an interesting twist. Oh, Tarlok is Amon's brother. I'm trying to remember Amon's actual name. It's No something.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Nozak or something. Novak.
Yeah.
Nozak. I can't remember. But I don't know. It's just it was a nice twist. That I wish they could talk more about, like how Amon managed to do all that stuff.
hmm That would have been interesting, but they only had 2 episodes, half an episode to do it. So
Yeah, that's true. Um, but yeah, it was cool that how they showed Aang, and like I spoke to Arnold about this before. It's nice that they did a tribute to like the voice actors and had them return. It's just it wasn't really fitting like General Iroh. When I heard like Zuko's voice, I was like, oh, it's like Zuko's voice actor. But then like it doesn't really fit the body. It doesn't fit the image like the voice.
yeah. hmm I was imagining a deeper voice for that guy.
Yeah, and oh, whatchamacallit. Boomy, like I like how I don't know. It was nice that they did a nice tribute to them, but also same thing with Aang, how they have like his voice did not match the face. Cause like I saw the beard, and it was like I imagined a deep, gravelly voice, and it's like nope, it was still a young voice.
Yep.
It was disappointing.
Yeah.
But did you ever explain why you chose waterbending, as you stated in the previous episode?
No, I don't think so.
So why did you
Huh.
choose waterbending?
Water bending? Well, I don't like earth because um that just seems like it would hurt more.
I, no, I really like all the elements.
I never really liked earth. I
I,
liked it was actually more of a debate in my head among fire, air, and water. And then I thought fire, well, I would burn myself way too easily. And then air, and then it became air versus water. And then I thought in my head, well, okay, so it basically is flying versus being able to water whatever I feel like. So I chose water because I would fall from the sky from how much of a klutz I would be.
uh, I don't know. Like I like earthbending because it's very good defensive style, and it could easily become a very strong offensive because you could just basically use it as a body armor, which like it occurs to me. Do any other like benders use their like element as an armor? Because
Water.
water, okay, but, like firebenders, why can't they just cast like a firebender like thing? So that way, if anyone tries to physically attack them, they'll just get injured by fire.
I guess. But
They aren't that smart.
of course not. Why would they?
Silly firebenders. I don't know. I like. We're also talking about like what uses each bending has. Like Arnold Ryan, we spoke about what uses the
Yeah.
bending.
Uh-huh.
We said like air, water, and earth are very good for like sneaky sort of like if
Air,
you need
water, earth.
because water you could just use the water like and just roll off the ground like you if you're just kind of moving like the water could be useful
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to sneak around and then
Yeah.
also earth because you could just literally put your feet in the ground and then just like or crawl through the ground and then no one can hear you. Air you can just fly above.
Yep.
But he said like in his opinion, firebenders like they don't have any secrecy. But I disagree. I mean I still like firebending, especially John Jong. If you remember him from season like 1 and season 3.
Yeah, he was like the fire bending master guy in
He
hiding.
yeah, and what he did was he
The
combined
runaway or
yeah he was the deserter. He combined
deserter.
bending and water bending. So basically he would create a wave of fire like as if it was water. And I was like that's so cool. And then Arnold brings up a point. Why don't people mix styles together?
Because they can't. Stop complaining, darn it.
I don't know. And like you could fly as well if you're a firebender. It's like I don't know. I still think firebending is very cool.
I guess.
But like with waterbending, sure you can like create the water and air are similar as in like you can create the tornadoes slash whirlpool sort of thing.
Yeah, uh-huh. Well, you can
But
do it with land.
yeah, and you can do it with fire.
Okay, so
But you can fly with fire. Like why not? You and you so if you fly with fire, that's almost like three things. Because with airbending you can fly, but it's not like you can shoot lightning. With firebending, basically you have flying, you have fire, and you have lightning.
I think airbending has the least amount of practical purpose.
No, it has purpose in a way, I guess. Like to control the air, like air is something you can never run out of.
That is true, but oh yeah, huh? And water would be the most run out of the most
Yeah,
bending element.
because like sure you can grab water from the air around you, but that's very difficult. Like the moisture around you, and you can only blood bend during the full moon, and so you need to have.
No, you can just do it with your mind.
Hey, you have to practice first. You need to train first. But and then we see like some people they grab moisture like the swamp benders. They
Yeah.
control like, but you have to be by something that's water. So water benders like they have a lack of resource. Fire benders, and Eclipse they lose their bending.
Yep.
And but yeah, airbenders they always have it, and so do earthbenders. So it's like it's very because I was watching thinking to myself as I was watching an Avatar: The Last Airbender marathon. Like
Yeah.
sure, the firebenders and waterbenders they have some nice strong capabilities, but like they have weak points because say if the moon when there's a full moon they're super strong, but when the moon's like gone they aren't as strong. Same thing with firebenders. As soon as the eclipse comes, they're super weak.
Yeah.
But with airbenders, you
Yeah.
always have air, and then with earthbenders, you always have earth,
Yeah. True. I guess.
and then you always have metal. Like with
Would
earthbenders, they have like metal bending.
Yeah. What would Okay? Would lava bending be under fire or earth?
I don't think it qualifies under either because where Avatar Roku, when he was about to die, that volcano exploded. He tried to manipulate the lava, but he couldn't.
Uh huh.
But then again, like when they showed a flashback to a previous firebending Avatar, he was controlling an eruption of a volcano.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I would say
what would
lava,
be?
like lava falls under. I would say fire.
Okay.
What about you, Steven?
I was gonna say it fell under earth because it's molten earth. It's made of the stuff.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. That's a tricky one. It reminds me of the space Earth when Sokka he got a new sword. It was made from the space Earth. Like, if it's from outer space, it's not really Earth, is it?
or is it?
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
okay.
Let's see. We have a topic list, but I don't want to do it. I want to just go off into tangents about bending because I don't know. I'm in a huge bending mood because of Magica.
I noticed.
What do you want to talk about? I've asked you before.
What do I want to talk about?
Anything that sounds interesting to you or going into a tangent off of. Have you read the Naruto manga?
Have I read what was it like? What chapter is it on? Like
5 something something.
591.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I don't. I'm so confused in the manga now.
Madara is just too overpowered, in my opinion. Like he's way too strong. He's like God mode.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then what is he going to be defeated by? Naruto again?
I guess. Like I mean, Pain called himself God. Got defeated by Naruto. I was like, I feel like, what if? You know, it'd be interesting if like it turns into a conflict between Toby and Madara.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the problem with Naruto at this point is I think the series is going to die off really quickly.
That's what happened to Bleach.
Yeah. But it and Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
because
No,
I
it's
think
not
it's
Dragon Ball. That's Dragon Ball Z Kai.
no no that's exactly my point. I think they are trying to push their luck with the series too far now. So where do you go from this? Where do you go now? Like it's kind of pointless to go anywhere with it now because you're defeating everyone that you heard in the beginning of the series, all the legends that fought great wars in the past, and now Naruto is just gonna kill everything, or not kill everything, but try to show them the good of the world.
I don't know. I think he's too hopeful. But so
I think it's gonna come. I think it's gonna become a Jesus ending, but
Or it becomes like Naruto, where or Avatar, where Naruto learns energy bending. He takes everyone's ninjutsu away.
that'll be one way to end it. I would tell who writes Naruto? I would tell the mangaka to go jump off a cliff because he just copied someone. But yeah,
um, but yeah, I don't know. Especially like, with this latest chapter, like Madara was like, "Oh, he's about to die because the Edo Tensei is being released." He's like, "Nope, I knew the seal, and so I undid it, and so I have an immortal body and an unlimited amount of chakra, so I'm never gonna die." Really?
lame. Well, yeah. Now if he dies now, then it's so obvious. It's like a Deus Ex Machina
Yeah.
because there's no way now.
Unless, like, out of nowhere, Naruto managed to combine all the tailed beasts and become, like, that ultra tailed beast or whatever.
I
Or
don't
become...
want that to happen. Then how is he not Hokage then?
Exactly. Because the Tsunade is stronger.
No, she's not.
I know, she's super weak. You know what? I feel like we're deviated too far away. But that's fine. One thing that I not really want to talk about, but I thought it was interesting, as I was doing, like, looking at tech topics, a lot of people are, like, talking about SSDs, solid state drives. Do you think they're getting more popular?
Yes. It's
Do you think a lot of...
it's
Go
a
ahead.
giant flash stick.
Yeah, basically. But, I don't know. People, like, when I was building my computer, I was thinking about getting it. It's just, it gives you nice, fast boot times. Like, I mean, though, like, there's issues with it, it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's pretty costly.
Yeah, it costs much more than HDD, but I think if you're trying to do something, if you want to have a really rigged up computer, you're going to have to do it that way.
Yeah, because, well, like, I see most people, they use SSDs just for, like, the OS, because it gives, like, quick boot times. But I don't have too much issues with my boot times.
Is it possible to combine an SSD and a HDD in the same computer?
Yeah, you can have both.
You can have both, like one for storage, but one that
What you do is basically, I already hearing about this before, is with, like, one of Asus's motherboards, where
Uh-huh.
basically you have the SSD, and then, like, and you have the HDD, and what you do is, like, your SSD, it will actually create a cache on the HDD, so instead of, like, storing it all on the SSD, all that memory of, like, files you recently accessed, be on
Uh-huh.
the HDD, but it pulls it up faster at the speed of SSD, so that way you still have a decent amount of storage.
Okay. Well, I might do that.
I don't know, like, like, a lot of people combine SSDs and HDDs.
Yeah, because that seems like to be the fastest way to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not necessarily like a necessity because I mean, I'm working. I have a SATA 2 HDD for my OS, and then a SATA 3 for everything else, and it works perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just depending, like, because I mean, some people are saying SSDs aren't worth it right now, given like their performance, because like first of all, they give very low storage, and
Yep.
sure, give you like some fast times. It's not completely entirely necessary because it's a bit overpriced for like what it does so far.
So, would your recommendation be to
I
for
say,
wait for SSD technology to go a tad farther?
wait, what do you mean?
Like like if you just wait like 6 months, the technology is already like the stuff you have today is probably outdated, much
Yeah.
outdated by then. So if you do you think if you would just wait for a bit, SSD would be much better than
Yeah, I'd say
like
so. I would say like because with the way SSDs working, they're constantly being improved and stuff.
uh-huh.
Um,
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. I wasn't going to say anything.
Alright. Yeah. they're cool and all. They're constantly gonna just quickly be outdone. Because like within a year's time, they've improved like drastically.
Yeah, I've been looking at SSDs for a while, and they're just getting so blurringly. Like new ones are coming out every few days or something. So
Yeah, there's just so many coming out.
it's annoying to keep track of them because it's instantly outdone by everyone else.
Yeah, so it's kind of pointless. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? I don't know.
This was a really quiet week. I have nothing else to add, really.
Yeah. Is there anything that, like, do you have anything to rant about or anything that you want to bring up?
Let's
Okay.
Plays of Magica are now on YouTube.
I don't know.
Shameless self-advertising.
Whatever. It gets the job done. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. This is gonna. Sorry guys, but this is gonna be a boring week or boring podcast this time. So if you've gone this far listening to the podcast, I doubt you've gone this far to where we acknowledge it's gotten boring. You probably stopped through the halfway point.
Yeah, who in their right mind has been listening to this? Who in the right mind?
Who in the right mind has been listening up to this point?
Yeah, what James said. That was so bad. Crap.
Now you guys see why Philip doesn't talk much. I kid.
Yeah, okay. So, well, I think I'm done.
Alright.
This is really short.
Shortest podcast ever.
You want to do anything after this, I guess?
We could probably do Magic. And then that way you guys can see more of our Let's Plays. Though it's not as fun when it's only 2 people, though.
Oh, yeah, because we'll screw each other over so quickly.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to keep our Let's Plays with the 3 of us.
Okay, so what do you want to do, I guess? Well, okay, you know what? Let's just wrap up this podcast. My name's been Philip.
And I've been James. And this is...
You have been... Wait. You have been James? So what are you now?
I am Asian Bride 389.
And this has been the C3 Podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, put down as a comment below or email us at the c3mailbox@gmail.com.
And also, if you like this video, like, favorite, subscribe, share it to your friends.
Yeah, and another podcast next Friday, I believe, at 7 o'clock, like usual. And Let's Plays of
Magica.
Magica? Okay, Magica. And any others?
What about Bastion?
No, I don't really want to do Bastion because I already went through it.
3 times.
4. I went through it the 4th time.
Alright, well, this has been C3 Zeta. Like we said, the 3rd time right now, I believe.
Yep.
Alright, this is James signing out.
And this is Philip signing out. See you guys next